Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play Adam. I'm your host, BringItDon. So the Nikita guy we need to talk to for the Sleeping Man quest is this guy here at the Paragon Bar. He was the jokester from before. A cheerful man known as Nikita Konev, the comedian, smiles at you and gestures you to seat at his table. Hi there, old chum. What can I do for you today? Tell a couple of jokes? Chat? Or do you have something else in mind? Come on, don't be shy. Tell me everything. I want to discuss psychedelic substances with you. Ah, darn it. News travels fast. So what is it that you need? Alright. Sometimes I do that to earn some extra money before going on stage, just to make my jokes funnier for the audience. But right now I don't have anything on me. I need my brain to be sharp to come up with great jokes. This one guy went into a real coma after taking some psychedelic stuff. Tell a story about Rudolph. Geez, this is some heavy crap. I wouldn't wish this kind of overdose on my worst enemy. Just think about it. To get stuck in a nightmare? Well, Destiny is a sneaky punk, no doubt about that. I was angry at the person who told you about my love affair with chemistry, but now I see it was the right thing to do. Here you go. I was saving this for myself, you know, to give my brain a shock detox if I ever get crap-faced. But it feels like your buddy needs it more than I do. This is a real pick-me-up, made with amphetamines. The man hands you a bottle filled with an opaque liquid and shakes his head. You can just have it. Your story really shook me. Yuck. I'll just have to tell my supplier from the Wolves of Paragon that he should stop preparing my orders. Wow, thank you very much. I need to run and save Rudolph now. And I haven't checked, I think the woman that we need to talk to, because he said it, she breeds dogs in Paragon. It's the one below deck, standing next to the dog. She's the one that gave us the location of the Thug Fortress, if I'm not mistaken, as one of the contacts. I don't think I checked his inventory. Maybe I did. Alright. Yeah, I think it's this woman right here. I did a dogfight off camera as well. Made some easy money. A black-haired woman named Kalinger waves her hand at you while keeping an eye on the fight dogs down at the hold. They have her undivided attention. She can only spare you a short. What do you want? I'm looking for a mutual buddy of ours, Chigurov. Kalindra's pretty face writhes with rage. She smirks wickedly. Ha, do you want to know where this Robin Hood disguised as Mother Teresa is hiding out? I know that you've been hired by a humble servant of justice, and that Chigurov is a criminal. But why is this lady throwing such harsh words around? Maybe he is a noble robber, the protector of the weak. Find out. If it turns out to be the truth, think twice before turning him in. Oh, another frickin' idealist. Do you know where I can find him? When we last spoke, I told him that I have no desire to tolerate him or his lame excuses anymore, to which he answered something like, "You don't even know how right you are. While the collectors are looking for me among the living, I'll be hiding safely in a grave." What a dumb butt, wouldn't you agree? I'm so happy that I have dumped that philanthropist, the modern Sava Mametov. Why is this Chigurov the Robin Hood and Mother Teresa? Why? When was the last time he robbed someone to make his own life better, or to surprise me with something nice? Because the only thing he does with the money he makes is feeding all these orphans, beggars, mutants, and other weaklings. It's really upsetting to see. I feel the same way about this as the collectors who have been sent to catch him after he robbed the bank's envoy. They know what he's spending the money on, but they will shoot him as soon as they see him without any hesitation. Serves him right. This life is meant to be lived, not to be sacrificed for others. Oh, what were these excuses that you've mentioned? Honey, I can't take Bosia out for a walk. The children of Trudegrad need my help. Kitty, I can't take you to the Yoz Mountain. The orphans of Chelyabinsk have broken their last TV set. Baby, I know that I've stolen 200 grand from the most dangerous bank around here, but we need them to fund a new orphanage for children. What a butt. I hate his guts. Didn't you love each other? Where's all this anger coming from? You know, everyone has a limit. When you're less valuable to a man than a street beggar, you can either accept that and lose all self-esteem, or tell that man to go to hell. Well, thank you for your answer. Okay, well, we learned a little something about Chigurov. Let's go and talk to... So I think the next guy, they said he was a hermit living next to the accident. I think we talked to him like in the 6th or 7th episode of the Let's Play. And I was wondering when he was going to become relevant again. It looks like I found my answer. Because there's like an old man sitting next to like a broken down bus. Alright, so next stop is... I'll stop by Ultranoia real quick and see if the pig man is there. Because I'd like to do that. I'll wait for 12 hours as well, until nighttime. So I don't know if he's like a night trigger, or if he's a day or night trigger. Alright, I don't see him. That's fine. Alright, so now I need to find... I think it's this road collision here. It's probably this one. Then we can swing by Krasno and wake up the sleeping man. Yeah, so if I'm not mistaken, he should be... yeah, right here. See, a dirty man with a brushy gray beard nods to you and spreads his hands in an unusual greeting gesture. Namaste, spirits and I welcome you. I came to you looking for our mutual friend, Chigurov. The hermit frowns and looks away from you. What does he have for sale? I need these. I'll gladly take them off your hands. The hermit frowns and looks away from you. I think I already read that. Chigurov, the noble bandit with whom we used to rob the merchants in the good old days? My sworn brother Chigurov? No, I haven't seen Chigurov, no. Maybe the spirits of the forest have seen him. I am on good terms with him nowadays, because I am a child of nature and stuff like that. They will reveal their secrets to you if you do me a couple of favors. I wonder what he wants me to do. I'm kind of interested, but I also don't want to waste time. Man, it's not a great time for games. You'd be doing me and Chigurov a favor. The man blushes slightly but then nods in agreement. Shame on you. Can't you do the spirits a favor? Alright, have it your way. Chigurov came to visit me a couple of days ago. It was purely business. I had a couple of dynamite sticks laying around here from the times when we were in a gang together. For self-defense. He bought them from me. I don't know whether he needed them for a job or just to take them off my hands. I'm a pacifist now, you know that. I haven't seen him since. Why does he need that dynamite? During our robber days, he was always careful not to hurt anyone too much. Once we had to kill a watchdog, and he held vigils for it for a whole week. He kept whining about the dog so much I got sick of it. And he usually gave all the stolen money to the poor. And now what? He developed a sudden urge to blow something up? Well, that's weird. But listen, child, I'm overcome with doubt. That man in Fokolevka sent us to find a criminal, a robber. But according to his acquaintance, this Chigurov is actually a noble man. Maybe it wasn't wise to disclose the information acquired here to get to that cruel investigator. Wait, what? So you aren't his friends? Are you after him? Come on, guys, what the hell? Don't rat Chigurov out. He is a good man. Such a good boy. That's what I've been trying to say, my wild friend. Okay, fine. Well, amazing, thank you. Alright, let's grab these mushrooms. Because I need some of these. I should have grabbed the ones that were in Ultranoia. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't want to... Well, I want to get all the toadstools that I need for the apothecary in Krasno before I go to the Mountain Pass of Woes or the Dead City. That might not be possible. Because I don't want to delay it too long. Alright, let's shoot over to Krasno. Wake up the sleeping man, and then I don't really have anything else to do except for go to the Mountain Pass of Woes. Or the Dead City from here. I can do either or. Let's find some food. Let's check out the armor shop real quick. See if anything better is coming to town. NV57. The gadget used for night vision. At first it was meant to be used by drivers. Heavy and hard to use, but allows one to see in the dark. But you don't really... I guess it would get rid of any penalties for fighting at nighttime. Which I'm not really worried about anyway. Okay, well. I think he's in the next section, not this one, but I'm going to check here anyway. Yeah, it's the next one. Alright. Nothing to see here. Wait, what? Who's asking? Show me some ID. You don't have a registration, I don't live in the city. So no registration. I see. Let me write it down. Full confession to being in the city illegally. By the way, this means that you have to pay a fine. Oh, just don't start with that. Amigo's already paid the entrance fee to Krasno. Ah, so Fidel is also here. Right, sorry. I didn't recognize you. Fine, you can walk freely in the city. What? Well, that's new. Screw you, buddy. I was about to go down swinging. I wasn't paying another fee. Where is he at? Here he is. Rudolph Karpov, having left his bed for the first time in a long time, is watching over his apartment with a dreamy gaze. He's trying to talk, but his dry throat is only producing wheezing noises. Rudolph coughs into his fist and tries to talk to you again. Where am I? What happened? There was a moment when my shiny sword was cutting through the many tentacles of an ancient deity, enraged by my search for the City of Dreams. And now I'm standing here, even though I had already given up on hopes to stand anywhere ever again, in my own home, in my own land. This smell, this potion that was poured into my mouth, is that something you cooked up, my mysterious guest? Oh my god, how can I ever repay you? You saved me. You saved me from a monster that planned to torture me for eons to come. Well, the important thing is that you're alright, and it's up to you to decide how you want to repay me. You know, friend, one of the reasons I started taking all this stuff was to escape this reality, at least for the time that I was asleep. I thought that there are no more people like you left in this world. I don't have any money, but here, you can have everything I have. The man begins to root about in the drawers of his nightstand and under the bed. Here, I have some condensed milk. I remember through a fog that a kind old woman, my neighbor, was feeding me while I was sleeping. I think she used her own stash because mine is still here. And here, I have some beetroot left. It's a pity there's no money. However, there is something in my pocket. Silently wait while the man is checking his pockets. With caution and sincere surprise, Rudolph pulls something completely unexpected from his pocket. It's a figurine carved from a single piece of jade. It's depicting a weird creature that looks like a mix between human and amphibian. The creature is posed as a thinker, sitting, resting its head on its scaly fist. I have no idea what the hell is that, and how did it end up in my pocket. However, this thing looks as if it's capable of making any antiquity salesman cough up a pretty penny for it. Take it, my friend. I will take no for an answer. Well, alright then. Thank you, Rudolph. Let's talk for a bit now, shall we? Of course, my friend. You being an uninitiated person that you are, probably have so many questions. Indeed, I have a couple of questions. Will you answer them for me? I'm all ears. Why were you asleep for so long? The time flows differently in the other world, my friend. My wanderings in the land of dreams led me to the chambers of a mad demiurge revered by some cultists. This monstrous, perpetually undulating mass of proboscis and in pseudopodia, crawling in the darkness, consoled only by the of wailing of the diabolical violins got a hold of me. By the wailing, okay, whatever. There's an extra word there. It threw me off. It held me so tightly my sleeping body almost died of all the pressure. We fought, and for all the time that we fought, I was unable to return to my earthly body, because that would have meant me being distracted and possibly missing a deadly blow. There it took us several exhausting hours. Here, many, many days. Maybe this whole explanation is just something your body has come up with under the influence of the poison. Or not. What is this world of dreams you've traveled to? The world of dreams is a plateau, far from the sad reality of the doomed earth. This plateau can be reached after several years of training. It's as real as our world. However, life here on Earth abides by the strict laws of physics. But the dream realm is the world of magic and living fantasies. Speaking cats and the walking dead. Of wizards and temptresses. Temptresses. I can't say that. Have you managed to find your city of dreams? Sadly, no. I was stopped before I reached it. Sorry. I'm not going to tell you anything more. It feels too sad to think about this disgraceful failure now. Well, that could have happened to anybody. What are you planning to do after everything that has happened? Man, falling apart over here. Nothing. At least for now. In that place where my poisoned mind has taken me, I was hoping that I would get a chance to go home and restart my human life from a clean slate. Now that it became possible, I'm not going to dream of other worlds anymore. I'd rather write a book, or go on a hike, or I'll find a job as a caravaner. I'll live my life to the fullest. And even if this joy I feel now wears off, even if this desperate reality pushes me to relapse, then I'll start using again, but in smaller quantities, and take longer breaks between doses. Alright. So that's another Lovecraftian idea. There's the World of Dreams. I don't remember what it's called. And I'm not super familiar with it. I'm actually trying to recall more information about it, but I know that there's an actual World of Dreams that exists in the Cthulhu mythos. I know it's like it's like really pretty, but I can't recall any more information about it. That's sad. Oh well. What's next? Alright, well I need to go back and talk to the shaman in Folklevka anyway. So to Folklevka. Need to talk to the shaman because he wanted an update on the sleeping man. So we'll give him an update and then I hope my car makes it. Then I guess we'll travel to the Mountain Pass of Woes. I want to put all these mushrooms that I have in here. As well as these. I'm off to a good start. I have 9. That's not bad. So I don't know what this is for. I wonder if it's used for a quest. I'll look it up after this episode, I think. Alright, the shaman is over here. Actually, let's see if this hunter has any fangs. I'll take those off your hands, buddy. I think I have enough fangs for the quest that I need. I don't know where the quest is at, so I may as well just keep this on me. Have him carry these around. Alright. Well, that's cool. He's actually sitting on the thing there. Alright, Shaman, I have an update for you. About what happened to Rudolph Karpov. Yes? Spill the beans. How is he doing? It took much longer than I have expected, but he woke up. Phew. Bro, my dear friend. Huge weight has been lifted off my chest. You're a hero. That's quite a thing you did. I hope Rudolph has paid you well. It wasn't your problem at all, but you went through all this trouble to save him. Your client was very happy with me intervening, and now I gotta go. Well, I got 21 experience for that. Is anyone leveled up? No. Alright. Let's go to the Mountain Pass of Woes, I suppose, and, hope I'm ready for it. Alright, yeah. The driver starts the engine with a blank smile on his lips, and the sensual voice from the speakers announces you're listening to the 3-hour talk of Qi Kao-shi, the Chinese representative at the 19th Central Committee of the Communist Party's plenary session, and the original. Grudgingly, you accept it'll be a very long road, raising clouds of dust and sand, and the truck starts moving. Are we here? Caravanserai. Okay. We have a quest here as well for, the guy in the Chamber of Commerce. Is it just the one building? I think so. Alright, let's go check it out. Oh, I am hungry. Let's, Alright. Excuse me. You approach the entrance to the stone building and place your hands on your sides, admiring the architecture that is definitely unusual for the wasteland. At this very moment, an unshaven, mustached little man starts walking towards you from beside the building wall. He addresses you in a friendly manner. Hello to you too. How do you like our caravanserai? It's impressive. Powerful structure. Little man touches the warm stone wall and nods with content. Indeed, a true beauty. Sorry. As long as artifacts like these exist in our world, we, humans, are going to be okay. I believe that. The little man turns to you and reaches out his hand to you. You involuntarily shake his hand and notice that the man's hand is strong and his skin is rough. I am Jafarov, the guide. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. Where can you guide me to? Because you see, I love to travel. I can take you to the old castle, or to the Zagoremsk waterfall. Or I can take you to... no, forget about it. Your options are the castle and the waterfall. They truly are something. It will cost you just 10 rubles per walk, and I will show you the most scenic route. That's free for monsters and gangsters. Wait a sec, where else can you take me? It's not important. So what's it going to be? The old castle or the waterfall? What are you most interested in? The old castle? Okay, you got me intrigued. Of course, it's a real medieval castle, at least from the 15th century. Just know that I will guide you there and leave, because I need to always be on the lookout for new clients. Not to mention the fact that my relationship with the inhabitants of the castle is, to put it mildly, complicated. Okay, tell me about the waterfall. That place is definitely something. The water is red there. I don't know why. Just know that I will guide you there and leave, because I need to always be on the lookout for new clients, and it's impossible to get lost on the way back. Alright, let's ask him some questions, and I'll ask about the bunker. Alright, friend, ask ahead. Now tell me about yourself. I was an industrial climber before the war. I came here for work, and then boom, the bombs started to fall. I didn't realize what was happening immediately. I was in the mountains at the time, but as soon as I did, well, I decided to stay. Not surprising. Tell me about this place. The Caravanserai is a cozy place for the caravanners to rest. It is managed by the commandant, Comrade Makhmudov. Of course, a lot of screwed up things happen here as well, and pretty often really, but still, I like it here. Have you heard any rumors lately? People say that near Krasno there are a lot of slave traders. We as well get a lot of them. I've seen plenty of their convoys from a hideout. Scum. What else can I say? They have no fear of God whatsoever. What should I expect while I'm here? Beautiful views, salubrious mountain climate, as well as monsters, wolves, gangsters, slave owners, drug dealers. Just everyday normal things, but wrapped in a beautiful candy wrapper. Okay. Hey listen, do you know where the old bunker might be? The old bunker? Ah, I know what you're talking about, but unfortunately I can't take you there, even though I know where it is. What do you mean? Explain. Well, as a matter of fact, a while ago, a detachment of strange men in blue armor passed through the mountain pass. I wanted to offer them my services, but they only shook their heads and went further, deep into the mountains. They didn't even stop for coffee in Caravanserai. I'll be honest with you, I followed them for a while. As it turned out, that detachment was heading straight for the old bunker. and on the way they made a deal with the thugs from the old castle that they would not let anyone else approach the bunker. Presumably these strange men in blue are still there doing hell knows what. But anyway, the passage to the bunker is closed as long as the inhabitants of the castle are guarding it. Otherwise I could have taken you there for 100. This is quite the dilemma. No, excuse me. Suit yourself. Are you sure you don't need me to guide you? So, okay. Well, enough about that. There's a handful of patrons in here. What's going on in here? Okay. Let's see if I can do some looting real quick before I start talking. Just see what's on the menu. I'm assuming I can't go in there yet. I'll wait until I start talking to everybody else first. Oh, jeez. Whipping my my camera around a little too hard. Alright, let's start with this guy. Alright, he's got some good stuff. Bunch of bullets and stuff. You see a bald, tough guy sitting in front of you. His hands are clenching a clay cup with some kind of suspicious liquid. His body is safely covered by heavy armor. Having noticed you, the big guy lazily salutes you with 2 fingers, and without blinking an eye, takes a sip from his glass. Hello there, traveler. Are you interested in doing a little work? Because I can tell that you're one hell of a guy. Well, thank you for your kind words. What's this job you were talking about? It will suit you perfectly. There'll be fighting, shooting, and slashing involved. Nothing a real wastelander wouldn't like. It's a job for a real hunter, for a real man, not a boy. Sounds intriguing, but who are you? I'm a merchant and an adventure seeker from the north. However, right now I'm in no mood for any extra adventures. The man points at his right leg. He lowers his gaze and involuntarily shiver. His leg is covered with dirty, bloody bandages stained with yellow serosanguinous fluid. Okay, the skin, I think I said that right. The skin underneath them is blue and covered in necrotic stains. Ooh. Yeah, it is how it is. I've been chewed up by some mutants. If my leg doesn't fall off, it will heal well. This isn't my first rodeo, but for now the only thing I can do is sit here and sell things. For this reason I need some help from a traveling adventurer. So let me guess, you need someone killed? Not necessarily, but it could come to that. You see, this one fat cat from Trudograd had ordered a crown made entirely from wolf fangs. A crown? What does he even need it for? Whatever, it's not important. What is important is that I can't get the required fangs myself. I need someone to get them for me. I need a hunter. Easy peasy. How many fangs do you need? Not that many. 30 should be more than enough. Let me be honest with you. Any fangs will do. Because my client isn't able to tell the difference. What do you say? Fine, I'll get your fangs. Don't you worry. I'm not worried at all, because I could tell from the very beginning that I can trust you completely. You won't let me down. And now, were you looking to buy something? Let's see. Just answer some questions for me, will you? Questions? Alright, why not answer some questions? How did you end up here in Caravanserai? I walked here. Ha. Well, the same as everybody here, I suppose. There isn't much to do in the north now. It's a great place to be if you enjoy fighting gangsters and catching bullets. But if you're looking to survive, it's best to stay south, closer to Krasno. I'm not scared of danger, but I'm not willing to risk my life for nothing. You and me both. What else do you do except for being a salesman? I make things, and promise not to laugh. Arm wrestle. Have you heard about arm wrestling? That's what I sometimes do for money. I have plenty of strength and endurance. Why don't we try that? The standard price is 100 rubles. Yeah, strength and endurance, you say? Why the hell not? Here's 100. You pass the money over to the man and rest your elbow on the table surface. Your opponent does the same as you. Wait, what? The opponent does the same as you. Interlock your hands. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Endurance, withstand the first push. I failed already. You're huffing and puffing, but your opponent is obviously stronger. Slowly but surely your hand is moving lower and lower, until finally your hand touches the sticky surface of the table. It's done. The fight is over. That's how I make a living. No offense. Alright. Have you heard any interesting rumors floating around lately? People say that the political situation in the central region of the wasteland has become very complicated. I, however, think that it's really painfully simple. There is Krasno, and there's Paragon. They don't like each other, and keep pulling stunts on one another. Especially Krasno, and that's it. It's the story as old as time. It's like USSR and the USA. You're right, it isn't complicated at all. Do you have any advice for me? I advise you to rest in the wasteland more often. It's obvious that you know how to make a fire, so use that skill. And having an extra snack never hurt anybody. Wise words. Alright, let's get the fangs from Alexander. Oops. I don't want to talk to you, but alright. You see a tired old man in front of you. From time to time he bends down with a sigh and begins to sweep dust in a dust tray with an old-fashioned bone brush. Having noticed you, the old man stands up straight and shoots an unhappy stare in your direction. All these adventurers walking around. Go away, don't bother me. Not all of us are wandering the world without any purpose. Some of us need to work. Alright, old man, no need to get angry. Well, good, I'm glad that wrapped up quickly. About these fangs you needed. You're in luck, I already have them. Great, give them to me. I'll trade you some ammo for them, because what has the most value in the wasteland? Food and ammo. Just don't be stingy. I helped you out after all. Fine. You managed to persuade me. I'll put in some extra ammo for you. Cool. Do that. Alright, and then I'll sell him the rest of my fangs. Unless he took all of them. So I should have... Oh, there they are. Okay. 180? Sure. Alright, so the old man doesn't want to talk to me. That's lame. Let's talk to this guy. A bearded old man in a tubateka is sipping tea from a small porcelain mug and tapping his fingers on the surface of the table with a worried look. For a moment, his gaze lingers on you and the old man smiles politely. Welcome to the Caravanserai. How can old man Makhmudov help you today, Aki? You can help me by satisfying my insatiable curiosity. Alright, Aki. Ask me your questions. Curiosity needs to be satisfied. Tell me about the Caravanserai. This building is much older than one might think. I heard that it is about 500 years old, and it was built during the rule of Shah Osherbat, because his troops needed a constant supply of provisions, and this Caravanserai was built for the merchants traveling to do business with his army. If I'm saying this incorrectly, be sure to correct me down in the comments section, because I know how frustrating it can be when someone keeps saying the same thing incorrectly over and over again. But I think I got it down. Surprisingly enough, even now, after the apocalypse, it's still fulfilling almost the same purpose. Wow, what a great historical overview. The Mountain Pass of Woes, what's that place like? If it weren't for the wild animals, robbers, and those bandits that took over the old castle, this would have been a real paradise. The untouched nature, amazing Zagoremsk waterfall with its red waters, and according to the rumors, there is an abandoned bunker somewhere in the mountains. However, I can't know for sure. What an interesting place. What's the news around here, huh? Well, a land surveyor has showed up recently. He's waiting for an official permit to pass to Krasno. I've heard that you let your land surveyors walk around freely, but not us. We're a simple folk. Here we think it's an important and well-respected profession. We can't just let them go like that. The roads are dangerous after all. Well, that's harsh but fair. Have you heard any local rumors lately? They say that before the war, the government was conducting secret experiments in the area that spans from our gorge up to the dead city. It is terrifying to imagine what they were studying there. Terrifying and unnecessary. After all, so many years have passed. That is true. Excuse me once again. Nothing much, just checking to see if perhaps you need any help. Ho ho, well aren't we nice? Maybe you could indeed help me, Aki. We have a problem that you might think is small and insignificant. However, we find it pretty disturbing. Well, come on, spill it out. There's a reason why I brought this up after all. You see, our cook has gone missing. Arson. But he isn't just a regular cook. Oh no. This was the best cook in all the gorge. He was the favorite man for the caravanners, adventurers, and mercenaries who passed through our inn. Now that he's not here, people start looking for alternative ways through the mountains. It may sound funny, but while traveling, good food does wonders for the morale. How did he disappear? Well, I remember him being somewhat weird for quite some time. Smiling for no reason, whistling to himself, behaving in suspicious ways. Maybe he got into the habit of smoking weeds. What if he's dead? What happens next? That's bad. That's really bad. I don't think he is dead. Arson was acting so strange in these past few days, I am sure something isn't right here. This calls for a thorough investigation. Alright, I'll see what I can do. Yes, Aki, please do that. Find our poor Arson, and better yet, bring him back to us. Our lives will be miserable without his cooking. Alright, answer a couple questions first. Listen, Makhmudov, I've been sent to you from Krasno. Wow, directly from Krasno. Well, what do you know? What do they want with our little Caravanserai? Krasno is hoping for a fruitful collaboration. Oh, is that so? Big words coming from a big city man. You've already heard about the problem we have with our chef. Bring him back to our Caravanserai and I'll agree to whatever you want. Okay, cool. Well, that's easy. Look at this guy. The fat man with a mad gaze that's moving frantically from side to side is so surprised when you approach him that he almost jumps up. Without wasting any time, he grabs your hand and starts talking quickly. Hey dude, are you an adventure seeker by chance? Listen, help me. Just help a man out. I'll make it worth your while. Officer's honor. You'll get good reputation among the members of the court. What officer? Of the pancake and syrup army? Not important. We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about everything later. So this is what you'll have to do. Wait a second, let's talk first. I want to ask you a couple of questions. Well, if you insist, who are you even? I am Sasha Stancevich, drug, mailman to the people, of help to the everyday folk and a friend to the mice. Okay? What are you doing here? I'm trying to catch my breath. The guys from the castle have made me a victim of persecution. They took away my client. Let's not talk about it anymore. Okay, it's up to you, of course. How do you like this place? Does it float your boat? It's okay, but I don't feel at home here. And these eyes. It's these eyes. Eyes everywhere. Side glances. Textbook paranoia. Do you happen to know any good gossip? I want everyone to know that I'm a man of honor. Even though they don't like me there, I must say that the old castle, the Mountain Pass of Woes, is a very interesting place. The people there are wonderful and unique. And dangerous. I'll keep this in mind. Okay, what was it that you wanted me to do? Satisfied with the fact that he was able to attract your attention, the fat man slaps you on the shoulder and starts telling you his story. So here goes, dude. You see, I'm a postman. Get it? I'm bringing mail to various people, and I used to bring mail to the old castle as well, when I had a client there. The last time I brought him his mail, I've gotten into a little misunderstanding with his friends. I had to run, and long story short, I have lost that important package near the castle. Can you go and look for it? I would have went myself, but I am afraid they will oh my goodness. But I'm afraid that they will shoot me. After all, we had quite a fight. I'll pay you an even grand. It's good money. Not a bad salary for a mailman. How come you have so much money to spend? I got it from my grateful clients. So what's it gonna be? It's a deal. I'll search the forest and bring the package. But for now, let's change the topic. Or not. What is this court you're talking about? Where you want to talk me up? Jeez. That's a good question, dude. At the court of His Majesty Pippin, the Mice King, he lives under the old castle with his young princess and his entourage. If you could only see the parties they have there. The mice peasants bake cheese pies and puff pastries with russulas. The mice chefs cook sparrow roast, stuffed pigeons, sprat and aspic with cheese. Oh, now it all makes sense. I hope you understand all the things you describe are purely imaginary. Your corpulent confidant widely opens his eyes, covers his mouth with his hands, and makes a loud shh sound. You fool, I know that. I'm not a kid. But how come you don't understand that if you start a rumor about something, it will sooner or later come true? Like this one drug dealer I know, an experienced mailman, Blue Phil. He introduced himself as Adam to all the cops in Krasno. And then one day some Adam fellow just materializes out of nowhere, with a knife, a jar full of acid, and a couple of questions to my buddy. Doesn't matter. So even if this mice kingdom doesn't exist, it will soon appear. And they will find a way to shrink me and include me in the royal court. Don't you get it? Imagine how long a bag of the devil weed would last me if I were the size of a mouse. I'd be able to get high almost every day until I retire. Oh, it all makes sense. Okay. Alright, well, let's talk to the, this guy. A skinny man of medium height is nervously glancing at his wristwatch, shifting from foot to foot and muttering something under his breath. The words start sounding clearer as you approach him. Soon. So very soon. It'll be so easy in a couple of days. I'll be in Krasno without a care in the world. No problem at all. Yeah. Can I help you? Why do you want to get to Krasno so badly? The man covers his eyes with his palms and sighs. I'll tell you why. After long correspondence with a certain representative of the authorities, the so-called Chamber of Commerce, I was asked to become a local government official. But on my way to getting this new job, I got stuck. I got stuck here in this Caravanserai, until I get the required papers. How's it possible to get stuck in a place like this? Even if there were an explanation for this, it would have been empirical. It would defy all logic. I got a job in the Krasno municipality. I came here late one evening to enter this city. There was no transport anymore, and I was out of money to pay for a room. They asked me who I am. They asked me who am I. Recalling my past professions, I introduced myself as a land surveyor. The local authorities decided that I was an important enough person to stay the night for free. When the morning came, it turned out that the rumor that I was a land surveyor had also reached the bus drivers. And they refused to drive such a big shot without a convoy, fearing that someone would want to kidnap or kill me on the way. Going back home also doesn't make any sense, because now I need to get to Krasno. Why don't you leave with the nearest transport? After I foolishly introduced myself as a land surveyor to get a free room here for the night, drivers refused to take me to Krasno without convoy. Therefore, I requested a convoy from my employers in the city. But they first need to prove that I really am a land surveyor, because simple clerks aren't entitled to convoys. And I cannot admit that I'm no longer a land surveyor, because then I'll have to pay the owners of Caravanserai. So I've sent a request and started waiting for the documents confirming my qualification from the Trudegrad Land Surveyors Guild, where I used to be a member. But instead I received a request for confirmation that I was indeed the land surveyor that used to be the member of the guild. What kind of papers are you looking for? Maybe I can help. Thank you, friend, but I've already submitted all the necessary requests, and I've asked Krasno to send a convoy to get me. The Chamber of Commerce has asked me to prove that I am indeed a land surveyor. I have submitted a request to the Land Surveyors Guild. I was a member there once. They asked me to prove that I am who I claim to be. Right now the only thing left to do is wait. Sorry. I'm trying to think too much about what will happen to me if at least one of the dozens of postmen carrying my documents will get into trouble. Oh, sometimes I escape the Caravanserai walls and climb the highest mountain around, to see somewhere on the horizon the lights of Krasno, only to realize that I'll never be able to get there. Okay. Change the topic won't help me with my visit to Krasno, but it'll spice up this conversation, so by all means, let's change the subject. Can I ask you some general questions? Can I? Sure, it's not like I'm going anywhere, right? No one has sent a truck to pick me up yet. Why shouldn't we engage in a pleasant conversation? Where are you from, bud? I was born to the northwest of these lands, in a fairly large city. It was there that I learned the trade from my father. I also learned to read and write. It was there that I've lost my mother and father in a gangster raid. From that moment on, until fairly recently, I kept on traveling and offering my services to anyone who needed them. What a tragic fate. What do you know about this place? For me, this is a prison, rather than a friendly inn. However, for the people who aren't bound by the unbreakable paper chains of bureaucracy, this place is quite safe. It's good to hear. What are the places of interest in the Mountain Pass? Out of all the checkpoints on the local map that I heard about, for some reason I found the old castle the most interesting. It's less than a day away from here. Maybe I should have offered my services there. Care to share some local gossip with me? A while ago, a traveling electrician stopped here, and he managed to catch a signal from the Krasno TV tower. Can you believe that? However, after all that we saw was propaganda video about some toad ghouls that can be distinguished from real people, only by the level of dislike for the regional government. Tell me, Dumbbutt, are you a toad as well, by any chance? Huh? What if I stick a straw up your you-know-what and try to fill you with air? And then threw you against the wall. Would there be a green stain left? That's the wrong through. These typos are throwing me off. I don't think so. Are you trying to tell me that I will need to get a note that proves that I am not a toad as well? Seems to me that these toads aren't real. They were just a clever political trick. One more question. That's it. Okay, well, that was interesting. How long have I been recording? Alright, yeah, let's keep talking. A sumptuous, blushful woman is yawning and dusting crumbs and flies off the wooden bar. She looks bored, unhappy, and busy at the same time. Let's be honest, this sounds like a complicated combo. Having noticed you, she shakes her head and says a short but important sentence in a bitter tone. We don't have any vodka. I'd rather ask some questions. Haha. Alright, ask your questions, mister. I could use some entertainment around here, while it's so quiet. Oh, where do you get your produce from? Jesus, mister. It falls from the sky, of course. Have you heard of manna from heaven? Once a week I go outside with a bucket on my head and catch it. Your questions are stupid. From the traders, from the farmers. Where else? Is it hard to do your job? Would you like me to bring you a second apron? Try it and tell me. What kind of question is this? Hard, not hard? Only bad news travel easy. What? Okay. What's life like around here? Is it safe? Now that our humble canteen has such strong guardian watching over it, what safety issues can we possibly have? His questions could make any gangster's brain overheat. What is the fresh gossip around here? Listen, mister, would you like me to put an old grandma's scarf around your head? It's a very flattering accessory for people who enjoy gossip. I'm sure you will look stunning. Lila puts her hands on her hips and starts loudly laughing at her own joke. Okay. So you don't leave empty-handed, like Rivlin from Celestia, who tore our roof apart. A couple of weeks ago, some strange men passed through here. They spent the whole night studying an old military map. They're searching for the lost convoy. I have no idea what that thing is, but after your conversation, they went to the direction of the mountains. Lost convoy, you say? Okay. Discount? No? Okay. Rent a room? Well, she wasn't very helpful. Let's see what these guys are all about. Alright, sorry about the edit. The game crashed when I was done with the conversation. This is actually someone that we know, so let's jump on in. It's Artemiev. As soon as you enter the room, you notice an old acquaintance of yours. Wait, what? If it isn't the hustler Artemiev himself, the man who sent the mercenaries to end the former chairman of Ochernoye, Comrade Kovalev. Artemiev has also recognized you. Hey, you're that friend of... Holy crap. Okay, yeah, Kovalev's. Without saying anything, he grabs the woman standing next to him and puts a gun to her head. Don't move or I'll blow her brains out. Dear Lord, I should have known that you'd throw me under the bus as soon as the going gets tough. Shut up, punk. The man's bodyguard quickly raises his gun and points it at you. The situation is becoming more and more tense. This will end in blood. You're good at making enemies. Artemiev takes a quick look at your comrade and pushes the gun deeper into the hostage's skin. Amigo, I have his bodyguard. Focus on the boss. I strongly suggest you focus on leaving us alone, otherwise your blood will be on your hands. My oh my. Another way to put it, as the Wasteland mobsters say, the blood will spill. Shut up, old man. Shoot Artemiev in the head without hurting the hostage. Again, I don't have a gun. I tried it last time, and it kind of worked. Yeah, I hit him at least. You close one eye and stick your tongue out. The trigger clicks and a deafening shot is fired. A cloud of stone dust appears from the wall close to the gangster. The man jumps in surprise and pushes his hostage away in an outburst of rage. Now his gun is pointed at you. Alright, let's end this bastard. Pooey. Yeah, so the game crashed before combat started last time, so... Let's get it. Let's focus on Artemiev. That was easy. Oh wait, I don't want you to be... Oh, whatever. It might be fine. Nope, it's not going to be fine. You need to get back, friend. And I'm going to focus on Artemiev still. Because he's dead. One less person to worry about. That's a lot of damage. I'm going to move right here so I can heal him if I need to. Only did 3 damage to the guard. Alright, now I did 23. This guy is tough as nails, holy crap. Oh, well, I mean, if you hit him for 124 HP in the face, I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? Sucker. The battle is over, and the deafening silence that came upon you is interrupted only by a long, heavy sigh. You look towards the source of the sound and see a short, tired old man who is looking gloomily at the bloody massacre. It's always like this with you adventurous types. You have your fight, but who's going to clean this up? Not you, surely. Hey man, I feel bad. Here's 100. The janitor sighs and takes your money. Well, thanks for this. You aren't the worst adventurer I've ever met. Okay. Well, let's, Oh, looks like they have bulletproof vests on. Hot dog. These are all worth pretty pennies. Soviet army knife. Oh, this is what, Okay. I wonder if I've seen one of these before and I didn't realize. Because I didn't recognize it at first. As being different from the, regular knives. Let's talk to her. A red-haired, sharp-nosed woman is inserting a cigarette rolled from an old newspaper into a long amber mouthpiece with an independent look on her face. It seems that she is completely recovered from the unpleasant incident. The woman takes a short break from the cigarette only to give you a propitious smile? Propitious? I don't know what that is. Thank you for helping me get out of that terrible situation, young man. That Artemiev, what a crook. I think on some level I always knew, but my heart loved him. Young man, even if you are older than me, surely not by a lot. Oh, are we on a first-name basis now? Fine, have it your way. My name is Marina. You are a young man because you have the look of a lamb of God. So pure, so innocent. Ha, did you hear that? You have an innocent gaze. Hilarious. Ullman shoots Alexander a cold look and leaves his comment without a reply. I think that Signora is wrong about this particular lamb of God. Ho-ho, not at all. I know people, buddy. Like I always say, a compliment for the son is truly a compliment for the father. Yeah, this right here was a compliment for me. This comparison to a lamb. Hexagon's remark makes the woman giggle politely. She then turns to you, making a cuckoo sign. Well, this is nice and all that, but what is your connection to this murderer? Regrettably, our connection is romantic. This respectable, on the outside man with a portly frame made me fall head over heels in love with him. It's supposed to be heels. It was a simple, inexperienced girl from a tiny suburb of Krasno. Oh, these were the times. I remember when we were on our tour in Kherson. The money kept coming and coming. We were all sweaty by that time. We were dancing the gentle carambola dance. But as time passed, our feelings began to dry up, so to speak. However, when Artemiev had executed his petty, pitiful revenge on the unfortunate old Kovalev, whom I have heard only good things about, he invited me to flee to Trudograd with him. But Trudograd is nothing like Krasno. It's a real big city. I couldn't say no. You seem pretty calm considering what just happened. This is all just an act. Under this mask I am crying. I am shaking, because of the unbearable fear and this vile betrayal from a man who swore he was going to love me forever. And of course because of unclear prospects for the future. So what are you planning to do now, when you are here all alone? Jeez. I don't know. I really don't know. I need to come up with something, but I just can't collect my thoughts. Well, I'd better get going. The woman gently touches your hand and looks into your eyes, her own eyes suddenly filled with tears. Young man, it's a hard thing for me to ask, but could you lend me some money? Because you see, this scumbag Artemiev didn't trust anyone, even me. He had all of his savings in various places along our way. Now that he is dead, this money is as good as gone. But I still need some money. Not a lot to get to Trudograd. 1,000 rubles should be more than enough. The grant seems excessive. Here's 100. Marina looks slightly disappointed as she takes the 100 rubles from you and starts to pack her things. Fine, thanks anyway. I'll pay you back as soon as I reach Trudograd. I'll mail the money to you. Alright, I'll be on my way. Ta-ta. The woman nods at you goodbye. What? The woman nods at you goodbye and leaves the Caravanserai at a cracking pace. You follow her with your eyes and nod your head. Alright, well, good news is we have some good armor for you guys. We'll be selling this. And I guess Fidel can have the other one? Alright, cool. Let me sell my stuff real quick. Well, I guess I don't need to do it on camera. But, if this is worth giving to Fidel. I'll decide off camera. Anyway, I'm going to call the episode here. In the next one, we will use the guide to travel to the waterfall, probably first. And then we'll go to the castle. Thanks for watching, and hope to see y'all in the next episode.